I think it's a very high time to tackle this issue. It's better to prevent this problem at the beginning than struggling, fighting against this problem.
Extremism is rapidly growing and it's coming faster than us.
The ISIS have hijacked our beautiful religion, and they have misinterpreted it, and there have been, no religion on the face of the earth calls for selling women or beheading heads or doing what's going on.
We are not living our religion, we're just fighting for it.
Since the Iran and Iraq war, I was 10 years old when it happened. We have seen the blood, we have seen the bombing, and this has become a part of our lives. The youth of Libya are two groups, either killers or being killed. They're targeting the youth and they brainwash them.
We need to get out of the loop of military and Islamists. We've been on and on in the same kind of fascist regimes, and once we get out of that loop, things will start to be good.
The one part that extremism has is terror. It's the power of putting fear. It's actually just power.
They come up with a lot of attractive packages. The package is, of course, they hand over to a young 14, 15, 16 years old boy 20,000, 15,000 rupees per month, which they had never thought of, and then a mobile and sometimes a gun also. So this power of the gun and money itself, I think, is very attractive for the young minds.
We have extremists offering them money, offering them an alternative, and even giving them another model, role model. You are a fighter, you are a man, you are powerful, you are strong. That's why I'm talking from crisis of masculinity. So you lose many adventures if you are with progresses, etc. And the other side, you have the paradise, you have this position of martyr, and you are glorified. And you have money for your family. You can send them money while you are in Syria, etc. And you are finally a man, the powerful man.
The Islamists made a big mistake. When they arrived, they used force. They used terror to make people join their ranks.
I think you need to hit rock bottom to actually push and push and push for change that is sustainable, that is grassroots based, as opposed to let us as countries and let us as governments think about what the solutions could be. These are real people, real experiences, and thinking about what could make a difference for them.
Currently, there are several solutions. Now, there's a very serious initiative that is seeking to unite all the democratic and national forces and build a partnership among all of them. And secondly is the empowerment of civil society organizations.
Once we get these boys in PAMAN, Center for Conflict Transformation and Peace Building in Islamabad, it's a phased-wise training that we conduct with these boys. We help them in understanding their own self, they being not only the Muslims and Pashtuns, but also human beings, and how they can actually contribute positively to the progress and development of their own culture, their own religion, their own community, and finally to their own society and country.
The project that I'm working on, which is with Syrian refugees, it's called the Youth-Led Approach to Peaceful Coexistence between Syrian and Lebanese Youth. And what we work on is how to have social cohesion between those two communities, and especially youth, through arts and through different art workshops, which are video, music, drawing, visuals, and theater.
we need to educate the youth since, from the very beginning, from the primary education. They need to be educated about the law, about the rights, about human rights, about what does it mean to be a civilian, what are your civic duties and your responsibilities and your rights to begin with. And the police force, the Interior Ministry should have a curriculum about women's rights, about human rights, and there should be oversight on these police stations and over the police officers so that they abide by the law. You need to have a human rights person, a human rights lawyer in each and every police station, at least to begin with, in the initiation phase of such a reform. Educate them, monitor them, audit over them, and then move forward.
I work to empower women refugees in Kilis. There's a big number of refugees currently living there.
We're done with the question. The healing must begin.
Women are coming here with the plural I, with their multiple identities and how they are struggling with their multiple identities and the multiple roles that they have in their own homes, in their own communities, and also struggling with peace, also struggling for rights, and also trying to tell the world we have solutions because their solutions are working and they are able to resist. And it's a wonderful platform to have a collective voice of all these plural identities, of this one woman who says I can and multiple women say I can.
At the end of the day, regardless of what religion or country we come from, we are all humans. We all believe in human values. I'm proud to be a woman, for sure. I'm lucky to be a woman. I'm proud also to be a Muslim and a Libyan and a humanist.
I grew up having good opportunities of education, good opportunities of having a supportive family, good opportunities of having to live in an open-minded society. And the experiences I got in the field of civil work and seeing all this social injustice that's happening, it got me thinking that I can never be on the bench and not do something about it, and that's what keeps me going.
I feel bad when I see my house now demolished, especially because I built it in great difficulty. And I see pictures of the house of my childhood that was owned by my family and houses of my other relatives. Of course I feel bad, but my kids are okay. When I see cases of other women who have sons who are badly injured, who have lost a limb or an eye, I feel like I'm not the one who is worst off.
Allah helps those who really want to help themselves, and somebody from that society, from that community, has to stand up to this challenge, and that's my power.
Despite all this, they will not be able to divide us. I will still hold my hand out in peace and in cooperation to my neighbor who is Sunni, who is Christian, who is Baha'i, all the minorities in Iraq, in order for us to live in harmony and peace.